Hello everyone, I am Sonia from Kana Kingdom School. Today we are going to learn the subject SST of class 4th, Social Studies of class 4th. Okay, from that I have taken Geography, that is chapter 9, our water resources. Our water resources. Okay. Before starting anything, I request you all, please take out one notebook and a pencil. Okay. If you feel anything necessary, please take it down. Okay. Write it down in your notebook. Okay. Let's begin our today's topic. Okay. Here is today's content. Okay. Content from our water resources. Okay, so today's contents are water resource, sources of water, uses of water, main sources of water. Okay, this all content we are going to learn in today's video. Okay, water resource, sources of water, uses of water and main sources of water. Let's begin. Now our first content is water resources. Water resources. Okay. Water resources are sources of water that are useful or potentially useful to humans. Okay, water resources are the sources of water. What is water resources? Okay, water resources are sources of water. Sources of water that are useful to humans. Okay, water resources are sources that are useful to humans. Okay, it is important because it is needed for life to exist on the earth. Okay, it is important because it is needed for life to exist on the earth. So you can understand how water is important for human to live on this earth. Okay, water is very important in the earth to live. Okay, water is very much important for life on this earth. Okay, virtually all of these humans uses require fresh water. Okay, all human beings need fresh water. Okay, they require fresh water for life because 97.5% water is salty water that we cannot use. Okay, only 2.5% of water on the earth is fresh water. Okay, only 2.5% of water on the earth is fresh water that humans need to survive on the earth. Okay, and over 2/3 of this frozen in glacier and polar ice cap. Okay, 2/3 of this is frozen in glacier and polar ice cap. See, 2.5% of water on the earth is fresh water, and over there 2/3 of this is frozen in glacier and polar ice cap. Means the glacier means the water which is frozen. Okay, frozen that we cannot use because it is frozen. Okay, So only 2.5% of water on the earth is fresh water. Okay. Now, what is resource? Okay. What is resource? A resource is a source or supply from which a benefit is produced and that has some utility. Okay, or we can say resources are the things that we need to survive. Okay, we can say a resource is a source or supply from which a benefit is produced and that has some utility. Okay, or we can say this also, that resources are the things that we need to survive. Okay, but here we are learning about the water resources. So here the resources that we need to survive is water. Okay, so let's talk about the water resources. Now look at this picture. Sources of water. Our next content, sources of water. Okay, what is sources of water? Sources of water means the water from where we get water. Okay, now look at these pictures. Natural sources of water. Okay, oceans, ponds, lakes, river and stream. Okay, some more sources of water are there. I will show you in next slide. First we will talk about these 5 sources of water. Okay, ocean, O C E A N S, ocean. We get water from ocean. Okay, rivers, R I V E R S, rivers. Okay, we get water from rivers also. Ponds, P O N D S, ponds. Okay, ponds is also sources of water. Lakes, L A K E S, lakes. Okay, now the next is stream, S T R E A M, stream. Okay, these are the natural sources of water. I will show you in the next slide some more sources of water. Here, sources of water. Okay, rain, R A I N, rain. Sea, S E A, sea. Well, W E L L, well. Okay, these are the sources of water, natural sources of water. Okay, these are not man-made thing. Okay, water is natural source of water is natural resource. Okay, this is not made by any human being. Okay, now you can understand how water is important to our life. Okay, we need water for all purposes. Okay, not only human being. Okay, all living things need water, like animals, plants. Okay, everyone need water to survive on the earth. Okay, on this earth all living things need water to survive. Okay, now let's talk about rain. Okay, what is rain? Rain is droplet of water that fall from clouds. Okay, rain is droplets of water that fall from clouds. Okay, now how it's fall from clouds? Okay, heat from the sun turns moisture in water. Okay, heat from the sun turn moisture from plants and leaves, as well as ocean, lakes and rivers into water vapor. Okay, water vapor means in gas form, which disappear into the air. Okay, we cannot see the water vapor because it is disappear. Okay, how does the rain water form? We are learning this. Okay, heat from the sun turned moisture from the plants and leaves, as well as oceans, lakes and rivers into water vapor. Okay, when sun heat directly to the water, means from oceans, lakes and rivers. Okay, when sun heat on these waters, it will become vapor. Okay, it turns into water vapor. Okay, which disappear into the air. Okay, now this vapor rises, cools and changes into tiny water droplets. Okay, which forms cloud. Okay, now you know how clouds form. Okay, from the sun, from the heat of the sun. When sun heat on the ocean, lakes, rivers, it will turn into water vapor. Okay, which disappear into the air. Now this vapor rises, cools and changes into tiny water droplets. Okay, which form clouds. Okay, now let's talk about pond. Okay, pond. What is pond? A pond is an area filled with water, either natural or artificial. Okay, pond is an area filled with water, either natural or artificial, that is smaller than a lake. Okay, pond is smaller than a lake. Okay, now how it arises? It may arise naturally in floodplains. Okay, natural water means when the flood came, this pond are naturally made. Okay, as part of a river system. Okay, river system means the flood came from river, right? So this pond arise naturally in floodplains or be somewhat isolated depression. Okay, it may contain shallow water with aquatic plants and animals. Okay, it may contain shallow water with aquatic plants and animals. Okay, this is about pond. Lake. Let's talk about lake. What is lake? Lake is a body of water surrounded on all sides by land. Okay, means lake is surrounded all side by land. Okay, its lake water is still or standing, meaning it doesn't flow from point A to point B. Okay, in the same way a river does. Okay, means river start from one place and it's complete from another place. Okay, means if it start from A, it will complete to point B. But lake is not like river. Lake stand in one place only. Okay, and it's surrounded by land. The all sides are surrounded by land. It is called lake. Okay, since they are often fed by rivers, spring or precipitation, means snow, lakes are primarily fresh water. Okay, since lake is standing in one place only, it's not flows like river, but also this is fresh water. If it is not flowing also, but it is a fresh water. Okay, now let's look the 10 most famous lakes in India. 10 most famous lakes in India. Okay, there are so many lakes in India, but from there these are the 10 most famous lakes. Okay, now let's look. The first one is Ular Lake. WULAR, Ular Lake. LAKE, lake. Ular Lake, and it is in Kashmir. Okay, Ular Lake in Kashmir. Now the next one is Loktak Lake, and it is in Manipur. Okay, Loktak Lake in Manipur. LOKTAK, Loktak Lake. LAKE, lake. Loktak Lake. Okay, in Manipur. Now the next is Damdama Lake in Haryana. Damdama Lake in Haryana. DAMDAMA, Damdama Lake in Haryana. Okay, now next is Pichola Lake. Okay, sorry, next is Dal Lake. DAL, Dal Lake. LAKE. Okay, Dal Lake. It is also in Kashmir. Okay, there are two lakes which is famous in Kashmir. One is Ular Lake and this is Dal Lake. Ular Lake and Dal Lake both are in Kashmir. Okay, now the next is Pichola Lake. PICHOLA, Pichola Lake. LAKE, lake. Okay, and it is in Udaipur. Okay, in Udaipur, Pichola Lake. Now the next is Guru Dongmar Lake. Guru Dongmar Lake in Sikkim. GURUDONGMAR, Guru Dongmar Lake in Sikkim. Okay, now next is Chilka Lake. CHILKA, Chilka Lake in Odisha. Okay, now Vemba Vembanand Lake. Okay, Vembanand Lake in Kerala. Vembanad. Vembanand Lake. Vembanand Lake. Okay, it is in Kerala. Okay, now the next is Bhimtal Lake in Uttarakhand. Okay, Bhimtal Lake in Uttarakhand. Bhimtal. Bhimtal Lake in Uttarakhand. Okay, now the last one is Upper Lake. Upper Lake in Madhya Pradesh. Upperlake. Okay, Upper Lake in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, these are the 10 most famous lakes in India. Okay, now let's talk about river. River is a stream of water that flows through a channel in the surface of the ground. Okay, the passage where the river flows is called the river bed, and the earth on each side is called a river bank. Okay, river begin on the high ground or in hills or mountains and flows down from the high ground to the lower ground because of the gravity. Okay, water flowing from the highland to lowland. Okay, water flows from the mountain, means its flow from the highland to the lowland. Okay, over a long distance is called a river. Water flowing from highland to lowland over a long distance is called a river. Okay, the route through which a river travels is called the course of the river. Okay, the route through which a river travels is called the course of the river. Okay, the place where river begins its journey is called its source. Okay, the place where river begins its journey, it's called its source. Okay, so this is all about river. Okay, water that flow through a channel in the surface of the ground is called river. Okay, this is river. Now let's talk about the famous rivers in India. Okay, famous rivers in India. The first is the river Ganga. Okay, Ganga is the longest river in India, so it is very famous in India. The next one is river Godavari. Okay, river Godavari. Next is Yamuna, river Yamuna. Okay, next is Narmada. Okay, after Narmada the next is Krishna. Okay, river Krishna. Now the next is river Brahmaputra. Okay, Brahmaputra. Now Mahanadi. Okay, Mahanadi. River Kaveri. And the last is Tapti Satlej. River Tapti Satlej. Okay, these are the rivers, famous rivers in India. Okay, let's check the spellings. Okay, the Ganga, 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 river Ganga. Godavari. 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 Okay. River Yamuna. 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 River Yamuna. Okay. River Narmada. 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 River Narmada. Now River Krishna. 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 River Krishna. Now River Brahmaputra. 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 Okay. Mahanadi. 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 Okay. River Kaveri. 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 And Tapti Sutlej. Tapti. Tapti Sutlej. 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 Okay. These are the famous rivers in India. Now let's talk about ocean. Okay. An ocean is a large area of water between continents. Okay. Ocean is a large area of water between continents. Oceans are very big and they join smaller seas together. Okay. When the smaller seas get all together, then the ocean made. Okay. Oceans are very big and they join smaller seas together. Okay. All the seas join the ocean. Okay. Together the oceans are like one ocean because all the oceans are joined. Okay. The largest ocean is the Pacific Ocean. Okay. And the largest ocean is Pacific Ocean. It covers 1/3 of the Earth's surface. Okay. The largest ocean is Pacific Ocean. Why? Because it covers 1/3 of the Earth's surface. Okay. That's why Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean of the world. Okay. About sea. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk about seas. The sea is the interconnected system of all the earth oceanic waters, including the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Southern and Arctic Ocean. Okay. The sea is the interconnected system of all the earth oceanic water. Okay. Including the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Southern and Arctic Oceans. Okay. The word sea can also be used for many specific much smaller bodies of seawater, such as the North Sea or the Red Sea. Okay. The word sea can also be used. Okay. The word sea can also be used for many specific much smaller bodies of seawater. Okay. Smaller bodies of seawater such as the North Sea and or the Red Sea. About stream. Okay. Let's talk about stream. What is stream? A stream is a body of water with surface water flowing within the bed and bank of channel. Okay. A stream is a body of water with surface water flowing within the bed and banks of channel. Okay, water flowing within the bed and the banks of a channel. Okay, this is stream. The flow of a stream is controlled by three inputs. Okay, the flow of a stream is controlled by three inputs. Okay, the flow of stream controlled by three inputs: surface water, subsurface and groundwater. Okay, the three inputs are surface water, subsurface water and groundwater. Okay, the surface and subsurface water are highly variable between periods of rainfall. Okay, the surface and subsurface waters are highly variable between the periods of rainfall. Okay, when the rainfall, the surface and subsurface waters are variable. Okay, now let's talk about well. Okay, a well is an excavation or structure created in the ground by digging, driving or drilling to access liquid resources, usually water. Okay, a well is an excavation or structure created in the ground by digging, driving or drilling to access liquid resources, usually water. Okay, we dig the ground for water. Okay, liquid resources means water. Okay, the oldest and the most common kind of well is a water well to access groundwater in underground aquifers. Okay, you can see on this picture, this is well. Okay, this is called well. Okay, and the oldest and the most common kind of well is water well to access groundwater in underground aquifers. Okay, water can also be injected back into the aquifer through the well. Okay, water can also be injected back into the aquifer through the well. Okay, now let's talk about uses of water. Our next content, uses of water. Okay, how does we use water? Okay, we use water for drinking, bathing, washing clothes, utensils, etc. Okay, we use water for cleaning, cooking, watering the plant. We use water for watering the plant also. Okay, these are the uses of water. We use daily water by these things. Okay, for drinking, we use water for drinking, we use water for bathing, we use water for washing clothes, we use water for washing utensils, we use water for cleaning, we use water for cooking, we use water for watering the plants. Okay, for every work we need water. Okay, without water we cannot survive on the earth. Okay, main sources of water. Okay, main sources of water. Our main sources of water for drinking, washing, agriculture and industry are surface water, groundwater and collected rainwater. Okay, the main sources of water for drinking, washing, agricultural and industry are surface water, groundwater and collected rainwater, all of which are dependent on rain and snow falling on the earth surface. Okay, from where we get water for our uses? Yes, for drinking, bathing, cooking food and all and more. Or from where we get water? Yes, we get water from surface water. Okay, we get water from surface water, groundwater and collected rainwater, all of which are dependent on rain and snow falling on the earth surface. Okay, all this surface water, groundwater and collected rainwater, this all are dependent only on rainwater. Okay, they are dependent on rainwater and snow falling on the earth surface. Okay, when the rain flow or when the snow falling on the earth, then only we get water on the surface water, on the groundwater and on collected rainwater. Okay, now what is surface water? Okay, what is surface water? Let's look. Surface water is all water on the surface of the planet. Okay, surface water is all water on the surface of the planet. Oceans, streams, lakes, ponds and other bodies of water found on the earth's surface are considered surface water. Okay, oceans, streams, lakes, ponds and other bodies of water found on the earth's surface are considered surface water. Okay, this is in contrast to groundwater, which is found beneath the surface of the earth. Okay, this is in contrast to groundwater, which is found beneath the surface of the earth. Okay, surface of the earth, this is called surface water. Now let's talk about groundwater. What is groundwater? Groundwater is the water found underground in the cracks and space in soils. Okay, the water which found in underground water in the cracks and space in soil, sand and rock. Okay, inside the soil and sand and rocks, the water which we found is called groundwater. It is stored and moves slowly through geologic formation of soil, sand and rocks called aquifers. Okay, the water which store in and moves slowly through geologic formation of soil, sand and rocks called aquifer. Okay, groundwater is the water that soaks into the soil from rain or other precipitation. Okay, precipitation means snow, rain or snow, and moves downward to fill cracks and other openings in beds of rocks and sand. Okay, groundwater is the water that soaks into the soil from rain or other precipitation. Okay, precipitation means snow, and moves downward to fill cracks and other openings in beds of rock and sand. Okay, you can see on this picture also Okay, see the land surface and the surface water and groundwater. Okay, from land surface, collected rainwater. Now what is collected rainwater? Okay, rainwater that we collect, okay, rainwater that we collect in the tank, that is called collected rainwater. Okay, how we collect rainwater collection, which is comprised of big tanks that are under the ground. Okay, rainwater collection which is comprised of big tanks that are under the ground. Okay, when it rains, the water is directed to the tanks. Okay, when it rains, the rainwater goes directly to the tanks, and then when the rainwater needs to be used, there is a filter and a pump that pumps the water out for your needs. Okay, out for our needs. Okay, this is that's how we collect our rainwater. We collect our rainwater into the big tanks that are under the ground. Okay, and when the rain water need to be used, when we need rainwater, how we take rainwater? Yes, we use water by filter and a pump that pumps the water out. Okay, for our use. Collecting rainwater for home and landscaping use a great way to save money and conserve water. Okay, see, rainwater collection is also rainwater collection. Why we collect rainwater? Okay, we collect rainwater to save money and conserve water also. Okay, we save the water. Okay, collecting rainwater for home and landscaping use is a great way to save money and conserve water. Okay, now word meaning. Okay, word meaning means hard word that you didn't understand in this lesson. Okay, the first word is potentially. Okay, potentially means with the capacity to develop or happen in the future. Okay, the meaning of potentially is the capacity to develop or happens in the future. Okay, the next word is virtually. Okay, virtually, virtually, virtually. Okay, and the meaning of virtually is nearly or almost. Okay, the meaning of virtually is nearly or almost. Okay, now the next word is disappear. Okay, disappear, disappear, disappear. Okay, and the meaning of disappear is to lost. Okay, be lost to view, that we cannot see. Okay, like vapor, water vapor, we cannot see the water vapor. Okay, it's disappear, right? We cannot see the water vapor. Okay, so the meaning of disappear is be lost to view. Okay, now the next word is precipitation. Okay, precipitation means precipitation, precipitation. Okay, precipitation means rain, snow, sleet or hail that falls to or condense on the ground. Okay, rain, snow, sleet or hail that falls to or condense on the ground. Okay, this is the means of precipitation. Okay, now the next word is beneath. Okay, now what is the meaning of beneath? B-E-N-E-A-T-H, beneath. And the meaning of beneath is at a lower level or layer than. Okay, at the lower level. Beneath means lower level. Okay, now the next word is landscaping. Okay, landscaping, Landscaping, landscaping. Okay, it's mean the process of making a garden. Okay, a process of making garden or other piece of land more attractive by altering the existing design, adding ornamental features and planting trees and shrubs. Okay, this is the meaning of landscaping, the process of making a garden or other piece of land more attractive by altering the existing design, adding ornamental features and planting trees and shrubs. Okay, let's stop for today. Okay, today in this chapter, our water resources, we have learned about the water resource. Okay, water resource and the uses of water, sources of water. Okay, now in the next video I will continue with this chapter only. Okay, with different content. Okay, now we have learned about water, right? Now I am giving you some question. Please write down this question and please make answer of your own. Okay, now the first question is, what is resource? Okay, what is resource? I have told you right before. What is resource? Okay, what is resource? Resources are the things that we need to survive. Okay, what is resource? Resources are the things that we need to survive. Okay, you can write like this. Okay, and what are the sources of water? I have told you right, sources of water. Natural sources of waters are oceans, rivers, ponds, wells, okay, streams, lakes. These are the sources of water. Okay, write this question and please make answer. Okay, now the next question is, what are the uses of water? Okay, what are the uses of water? Okay, how does we use water? Okay, the uses of waters are cooking, drinking, bathing, cleaning, and so many etc etc. Okay, we use water in this way. Okay, so please write down this question and make answer. Okay, what are the uses of water? Okay, now write three main sources of water. Three main sources of water. Okay, what are the three main sources of water? Yes, the three main sources of water are surface water, groundwater, and collecting rainwater. Okay, these are the main sources of water. Okay, now the next question is, write 5 rivers name. Okay, 5 rivers name. I have teach you so many rivers name, the famous rivers name, right? But you have to write only 5 rivers name. Okay, like river Ganga, Narmada, Yamuna, Godavari, Kaveri, okay, etc., etc. You can write any 5 rivers name. Okay, now the next question is, where does groundwater found? Just now we have completed about groundwater, right? So where does groundwater found? Okay, groundwaters are found on the underground. Okay, underground, in the cracks and spaces in soil, sand and rocks. Okay, groundwaters are found underground, the cracks of soil, sand and rocks. Okay, so we found groundwater there. Okay, so thank you for today. Okay, let's meet in next video.